What's good, people? Thank you as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, so we now know the full fight card or parts of the full fight card for the April 20th show at the O2 Arena, which will be headlined by Dave Allen versus Lucas Brown. Joe Cordina's on the card, Josh Kelly's on the card, Conor Ben's on the card, and Dereck Chisora. Dereck War Chisora's on the card as well. Remember, there were rumors about him fighting Joseph Parker. It just seemed to be rumors. Joseph Parker's going in another direction. They might meet later on down the line, but for now, that fight isn't happening. So he's going to have what I can only call a warm-up fight against a guy called Senad Gashi from Germany. If you remember last time out, Senad Gashi actually fought Carlos Takam on the undercard of Chisora versus White, and Carlos Takam, I think, played about with him until he knocked him out. I can't remember what round he knocked him out, but pretty much played about with him and then knocked him out, right? So that's who Chisora is fighting. So we've gone from Joseph Parker to Senad Gashi. Notice the line trajectory there. Joseph Parker, Senad Gashi. I am not actually shocked by this level of opponent for Chisora. I've been following Chisora's career from day dot, and every time he loses to an elite level opponent, the next opponent is a fucking drop-off. A big drop-off. And no disrespect to Senad Gashi, but he is that. He is a big drop-off. The record books will say he's only lost twice. Once was a disqualification, but he's not fought any level whatsoever. And for Chisora at 35, for me, it's just, you got to have big fight after big fight after big fight, or at least try and mix it in with that kind of level of opponent, top 20, top 30, not people like this. To me, it just makes no sense. If I'm honest with you, I would have preferred Chisora not even to fight. They're obviously putting him in this card as a card filler because he is a big name and he might generate some more interest. But I think after that knockout, and it was a very, very bad knockout, I mean, I wouldn't or didn't expect to see him back until July, August. He's now got a new trainer in Dave Coldwell. It gives them more time to work on a few things. But obviously he wants to be out soon. He wants to get that money. Can't blame him, obviously. He wants to get that money and be out and stay active, which is good. But again, after that knockout, and it was a fucking bad knockout. Chisora's never been knocked out like that before. I mean, David Haye hurt him, but he's never been knocked out like that. That was a bad knockout. I think it's time to relax a little bit, take some time off, maybe even take a year off. I don't know, and just work things out. But he wants to come back, and he's come back against this kid that he will play about with and beat. Although, sometimes, for this level of opponent, he does struggle sometimes just because he can't get up for it. It was very similar, and I think Caballero's a lot better than this guy, but it was very similar when he fought Caballero in, was it Monte Carlo and Monaco? It's a fight I just think he just didn't get up for. I think when Chisora's up for it, he puts on a good performance. When he's not, he can stink the place out. So fingers crossed he puts on a good performance, and fingers crossed that he does maybe get a Joseph Parker or someone else, I don't know, later on down the line, maybe September or October. One thing about this card, and I have to be brutally honest with you, Matchroom's cards so far this year have been poor. And I don't want to be the party pooper here, but let's be honest, they've been poor. And this is, to me, is another poor card. I have to be honest with you. I know Josh Kelly's on it and Cordina, and they're good upcoming prospects, and Conor Ben's on it as well, but it's a poor card. Matchroom are spreading themselves very, very thin. Very thin. All these cards they're doing, and some of the UK guys going and fighting in America on DAZN, I think is a reason for that. And I just don't think they've got that big a stable. I mean, they've got a big stable, but in terms of a big stable of quality, good fighters right now to be able to do this, I just don't think they can keep doing this. They've obviously got fight cards coming up in Liverpool and another fight card at the Copper Box. And sometimes, obviously Sky are giving them dates, but sometimes you just got to merge a few of these fight cards together and make a much better fight card. This fight card for me is poor. It's poor. I do think, and I was thinking about this the other day, those American fighters, are they signed to Matchroom USA or to DAZN? I should know this, but I haven't checked myself. Anyone can answer this, please. Because I don't know why, if they are signed to Matchroom USA, I don't know why they can't have fights over here. Or are they just specifically contracted to fight on DAZN? Because it's weird how we are getting some of our UK guys, for example, Callum Johnson on the weekend, going to fight on DAZN in America, but we're not getting the reverse. We're not getting any Americans fighting over here. And I think it would be nice to see some of the Americans fight over here. I know we had Sims Jr. fight at the Peterborough show, but it'd be nice to get some more Americans fight over here and just fill some of the cards, because again, I think these cards are weak. I really do think these cards are weak. But what do you guys make of Chisora? What do you guys make of his opponent, Senad Gashi? He did try his hardest against Carlos Takam, but eventually, there are levels to this boxing game and he got knocked out. What do you think Chisora can do to him? Chisora is not really a big puncher, by the way. He's a grinder, will grind you down, but he's not exactly a one-punch knockout artist. So you never know. This is boxing. I mean, Gashi could cause him some problems, but Chisora should come through this. And fingers crossed he gets a big fight. What do you guys think of the card? Am I being too critical about this card? There are some good names on it. But again, it's another, I think, weak Matchroom card for the start of the year. And like I said, they've got a card in Liverpool. They've got a card, I don't know why I'm doing this, but copy box is there. Liverpool's up north. Merge some of this shit together. Merge some of this shit together to give us a better bumper Friday night or Saturday night card. Right now, I think the cards have been weak. What do you guys make of it? Let me know. Peace.